Many people account have been blown few hours ago because they were trying as much as possible to take a sell during this zone, which is a resistance zone. And in the previous video I posted, I told you guys that there are two things that I need to do in this zone. That time the market have not opened. I was like, either you wait for a full breakout candle or you wait for this zone to be taken out. Then once you get a retest, you enter for a buy. But since we did not wait for retest, I was waiting for a retest, but I did not let her take the order. I saw the breakouts very, very well, but because of this week here, I was very skeptical about it. So I was waiting for a retest to this broken zone, which is 4,525, and we've not gotten a retest yet. Now, where is gold heading to? Gold is currently at 4,615, and let me tell you this is another resistance zone. This is a new resistance zone, and this is what we call one of our extension level. And if you go to our tools like RSI, which is the relative strength index, you're going to notice that gold is currently overbought. And when gold is overbought, there's always a high chance of gold going bearish after it's being overbought, because once it's overbought, it means that the buyer's power is going to start reducing, because most of those buyers, they'll start taking off their positions, and once they start taking off their positions, which is in profit, the market will start reducing the volatility of the upward movement. You understand me? So what are we trying to say? Now we have been seeing multiple rejection at this point. So what we'll be waiting for now is we're waiting for a little retest to this zone, which is 4,525, before we continue the uptrend. But I don't think that this is a nice place to enter for a buy, because there's no other level again. There's no other level. This is just a new week. This is just a new resistance. Sorry. So you don't know the next zone is going to, and this is an extension zone. You understand? So the best thing for you to do is to wait for a retest before you enter for a buy. You understand? But don't take a sell. Just wait for a retest. Then we're going to enter for a buy to be on the safer side, because we are trying as much as possible to follow the trend. So thank you very much, and follow for more. Few hours ago, we made our analysis on gold. When gold was still at this zone, I told you guys that at this point, we call this an extension level, and this is a new resistance for gold. And what I'll be expecting you people to do is to hold on, don't take a buy at this zone, because it's very, very risky taking a buy at this zone, because there might be a little bit of retracement down to any of these zones. Now, the CPI index is few hours from now, and during the Eastern session, gold dropped down to 4,590. That's the current price now. So what are we expecting concerning CPI? Yes, our sentiment is bullish, and we are trying to follow the trend, which is the uptrend, and the uptrend is the dominant trend. But on the other hand, let's not forget about this zone. Some people are saying, people are afraid that gold might not do a deep retracement down to this level. But the essence of marking it out is to know the next phase or the next junction that gold is going to go if it drops down. Okay, look at this candle now. I did a little bit of example, because if we get this kind of candle that drops below this zone, because it's currently ranging, if we get a bearish candle that drops below this zone, so this is what we are looking at. This is the kind of example we are looking at. So once we get this, we will know that gold is falling back to 4,500. So for now, our sentiment for gold is still bullish. So if we are to enter the market few hours from now, which is CPI, we're going to still enter for a buy, and our stop loss is going to be at this zone. But if our stop loss get taken out, then we'll wait for a sell. But the sell is only if we get a bearish candle that closes below this zone. You understand? Thank you very much, and follow for more. Gold have been ranging since Monday or consolidating. Now, for those of you that feel that gold is going to go very bullish, you're 100% sure that gold is going to go very bullish, I'm here to tell you that it might be a felony. Now, what am I trying to say? This is the zone that gold have been ranging on, and this is the highest resistance level that gold have been. Now, why I had to draw this zone is to show you the area where zone is ranging towards, which is 4,580 to 4,640. So if you feel that you can trade the ranging market, you can decide to always buy from this zone or sell from this zone. But is risky, because there can be a breakout. Now, where is gold heading to at this point, and what are we going to look out for? Now, this consolidation means one thing. It means that the buyers, that they are struggling with the sellers, which means that the buyers power is not as much as before. Because if it's as much as before, you won't have been able to range towards this place for this amount of time. It's getting to 3 days. So what are we expecting? The only thing that we can do is to either wait for this zone to be taken out with a bullish candle that close above this zone, or wait for this a bearish candle to close below this zone. You understand? A bearish candle to close below this zone. You understand? Then you can look out for yourself, because don't forget that here have not been retested. You understand? Here have not been retested, and we can see a gap here, and there's another gap below, which the market will need to cover up. Because when the market gives a gap, the market always come back to that gap to close up the gap, but it might not be immediately. So if we get a fall from here, we know that gold is heading towards 4,493. Now, we did a live trading session yesterday on BTC, and we hit our take profit. So we are trading live today. I'll be trading live tomorrow. So click on the link in my bio, join my Telegram. Let's trade together. Thank you very much, and follow for more. Gold is still in a dominant trend, which is the uptrend. Now, this is how my trend line looks like, and many people were surprised with what happened with gold 3 hours ago, which was during the Friday hours and during the end of the New York session. Gold made this move over 500 pips. Gold sold from this zone, which is around 4,600, down to 4,540. And if you go down to the lower time frame, like 30 minutes time frame and the 50 minutes time frame, you will see how long the movement was. And this movement was, at the end of the day, it was a fake out to take people out, because many people enter in this zone for a buy. Understand? So this was a fake out to take people out of the market. And let's not forget that this is still a ranging zone, and as price have not broken this ranging zone, there is still a high probability of a buy and a sell. Is like, I just put it 50-50, because if the buyers were that powerful in this market, the buyers would have been able to take this market to make a new higher high. But still yet, it is still creating relative lows and relative highs, or you can say similar. As they have not been able to break this zone, the buyers and the sellers strength, they are still equal. Now, let's still get back to this week. The sellers was able to push this movement down to 4,500, but the buyers at the end of the day ended up taking the price back to almost the price that it was previously, which means that their power or their volume are relatively equal. So the best thing for you to do is, if you want to enter for a position this next week, what you need to do is you'll be looking for a breakout candle, either to the upside or to the downside. Now, you cannot call this a breakout candle because of this long week, and this is not a full-fledged candle that break below this zone. You understand? So this is not valid. Instead, you take this as a fake out. But there's a high probability of the market coming down to clear up this week. But until then, you need to wait for a confirmation, and the confirmation is a bearish candle that closed below this week or closed below this zone. Then if you want to go for a buy, which I feel that you can still enter in direction of the buy, which is the uptrend, and you're entering in direction of the dominant trend, you'll be waiting for a bullish candle to break out this zone. So we'll be trading live by next week. So what you need to do is to click on the link in my bio and join my Telegram, and join my trading platform where I help traders. We trade together, live trading section. So click on the link in my bio, and see you by next week. Thank you very much.